Fanny Crosby. Fanny Crosby was born decades ago, several decades ago, and she became blind at only 6 weeks old due to improper care and treatment. And yet, instead of becoming bitter, she developed an extraordinary faith in God. So as I was searching, making research to know more about this lady, it struck me to know that she was blind. Then I was wondering, how did she wrote over 8,000 hymns being blind? Stating will explore that. So the hymn Blessed Assurance was written in 1873 by Fanny Crosby, and the music was composed by her friend Phoebe Knapp. You can call it Knapp according to American pronunciation. So it became one of the most loved hymns in Christian history because it speaks about believers' confident joy and assurance of salvation in Christ. Now, how the hymn comes about, because I was dying to know after I discovered that Fanny Crosby was a blind lady. Then, according to the story, I find out that was behind the hymn. One day for the night, Knapp visited Fanny Crosby with a new melody she had just composed on her piano. She just made some record, sequencing on her piano, and she knew exactly the person to take the instrumentation to. And the moment she played the tune to the ears of Fanny Crosby, and she asked a simple question: what does this melody say to you? Then immediately, without hesitation, Fanny replied, "Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine." This show you that this lady was not only devoted, was somebody whose situation, because she had found Jesus, became an advantage for her, whose his disadvantages became her advantages in life, because Jesus is hers. So that's why if I have to personalize it, or I want you to personalize it, you can say Jesus is mine. Those words became the opening of the hymn, and this shows how deeply and scripture and worship lived inside Crosby's spirit. She did not merely write songs intellectually. The hymn flowed out of personal walk with Christ. And this is something that shook me when I found out. She wrote something down, and I put it down. I'll just read it out and loud so that we can get that. He said, she often said that her blindness helped her to focus more on eternal realities than the earthly distraction. That's a profound